The term Aztec doesn't pertain to a singular tribe of people that dominated Mexico in the 15th century. It actually pertains to the alliance of Nahuatl-speaking people. The Mexica banded together with other Nahuatl-speaking people from the surrounding cities of Texcoco and Tlacopan. They then formed what is known as the Aztec Empire, which ruled the area in and around the Valley of Mexico from the 15th century till the arrival of Spanish conquistadors. The Aztecs were first and foremost a warrior society. It is for this reason that most adult males had to provide some form of mandatory military service. The boys that were born under the day sign of the 10 eagle were by law assigned as future warriors as a military state, no matter what their status is as commoners or nobles. In regards to this, a commoner could rise up to a certain military rank if he proved to be fierce and proved his valor in battle by killing and capturing a certain number of enemies. The Aztec viewed warfare as one of the pillars of their thriving society. They believed that having a strong military would give them power as well as influence sphere over other small cities. A man was said to be a warrior since the day of their birth. All the men had to go through basic training that started at a very young age. Small boys had to perform intensive physical labor such as carrying heavy goods and crucial food supplies from the central market. By the time an Aztec boy was 7 years old, he had to learn to maneuver his family boat and fish on Lake Texcoco. The empire frowned upon laziness. Elders were constantly and severely punishing boys who were lazy. Noble houses formed institutions which were mostly run by veteran warriors. The House of Youth was founded for the commoners to be trained as warriors after turning 15 years old. One of the teenagers' first tasks focused on teamwork. Group-based drills that tested their physical fortitude accompanied tasks not requiring a ton of skill. The masters often resorted to intimidation and abuse to bring the best out of them. The veteran masters taught their students how to handle slings, bows to spears, and clubs. The students were then encouraged to be involved in a mock battle against each other as teams, with food and gifts as reward systems. These mock battles were a form of initiation for the young warriors. Another form of war was the Flower Wars. The Flower Wars is a ritual war. In this war, the main purpose was taking of a captain and sacrificing him to the gods. However, it was also used as a training for the youths. The Flower Wars pushed the Aztec military into an almost never-ending state of warfare. Such ruthless actions produced the most fierce, battle-ready warriors who were needed to conquer and intimidate the other Mesoamerican city-states in the region. The Aztecs used a range of weapons in combat, including a spear thrower and a wooden saw sword. A fine-tuned spear thrower can be used to throw a dart 120 to 150 yards with accuracy at 30 to 40 yards. This weapon was difficult to master. For that reason, it was only used by a few elite Aztec warriors. The weapon of choice for most was a more direct and brutal weapon, comprising a saw sword carved of hard wood and then embedded with obsidian razor blades. The armor worn by the warriors depended on their rank. For example, a warrior who had captured 2 enemies was entitled to wear a conical hat and tight bodysuit decorated with multicolored feathers, while the warrior who captured 4 men was given the famed jaguar suit and helmet. The Eagle and Jaguar warriors probably made up the largest elite warrior band in the Aztec army. Eagles were honored in Aztec cultures as a symbol of the sun, thus making the Eagle warriors warriors of the sun. These warriors draped themselves in eagle feathers and eagle-inspired headgears. On the other hand, Jaguar warriors covered themselves in jaguar pelts. The warrior believed that in doing this, he would consume some of the animal's strength. A warrior is someone who fights battles and knows that it isn't about gaining power. It's about receiving tribute and honor from others when fighting or dying in the battlefield to protect their kingdom and their loved ones. It's about passing on a legacy and wishing that their sons would be as good or better than them. They also hope that their children will pass it on as well. To conclude, these men know that sometime death could come, but they are ready to accept it. In the end, these warriors are well respected and honored.